Headset cup remover. The headset cup remover makes removal of used cups 1 inch, 1 inch and 1/8 and 1 1/4 from the frame easy. Bearing cup press. Bearing cup press accurately aligns and presses headset cups 1 inch, 1 1/8, 1 1/4 and 1 1/2 into head tubes. In addition, it has a longer spindle for BMX headsets with larger tubing. This precision-made tool enables work without damages. Threadless nut setter. The threadless nut setter is used to install the star-fangled nut found on 1 inch and 1 1/8 threadless headset systems. It is intended for both professionals and home users. Head tube reamer 1 1/8 inch. Head tube reamer enables reliable running of the front wheel. By edging the steering tube, we achieve the tube being optimally adjusted to the steering bearing cup. The special advantage of the Junior edging machine is the option of fast uncoupling and regulation. The sharpened centering cone is fitted on the bearing that enables smooth operation of the tool. All the cutting surfaces are characterized by top-level quality. Cutting guide. Cutting guide is used for cutting when the pipe of the new forks is longer than it's necessary. The cutting guide ensures a straight and accurate cut on the fork tube without a thread, the dimensions being 1 inch and 1 1/8. Compactly and precisely manufactured housing does not leave scratch marks on the fork tube. Universal crown race puller. Universal crown race puller is a tool for quickly and precisely removing the headset crown race from 1 inch to 1 1/2 suspension of rigid front fork. The product enables efficient race removal without the use of a hammer. It is intended for both professionals and home users. Pedal wrench for professional use. Pedal wrench for professional use has 3 15mm openings oriented at different angles. An extra long handle provides the leverage to remove even the tightest pedals. Also incorporated into this wrench is a bottle opener. Shimano Hollowtech cartridge bottom bracket stool with handle. Shimano Hollowtech cartridge bottom bracket stool with handle is used for installing and uninstalling the bottom brackets. To use, put the wrench into the bottom bracket nut so that the screw is inserted into the bottom brackets. This shape prevents the wrench from slipping and damaging the bottom bracket nut when applying pressure. Bottom bracket tapping tool, BSA. Bottom bracket tapping tool, BSA, is used for tapping the threads in the bottom bracket shell of a frame. When cutting left and right thread, insert the tool at one time parallel from both sides into the bottom bracket shell of a frame. The design enables effective and precise work. Bracket shell facing tool, BSA and ETAL. Bracket shell facing tool, BSA and ETAL, are used when, due to the cutting of threads or inaccurate manufacture, changes in the chamber of the drive bearing or damage on the edges of bearing appear. Freewheel remover. The freewheel remover is intended for all types of sprocket, including cassette types. It is useful for freewheel with 11 and 12 teeth. Together with wrench for rear sprocket, it is perfect combination. Wrench for Shimano rear sprocket with handle is used for Shimano, SRAM, Sunrace, Suntour and other cassette sprockets. Fixed handle enables easier use because no additional tools for gripping the key are necessary. Wrench for Shimano rear sprocket with handle. Axle vise. The axle vise features two different diameter receptacles of 9 mm and 10 mm for inserting front or rear axles. Fits into jaws of engineer's vise. The axle vise is easy to use. Two inserted springs will open the jaws automatically when axle vise is removed from engineer's vise. Freewheel remover. The freewheel remover is intended for all types of sprockets, including cassette types. It works effectively and precisely without slippage or damage to the sprockets. An added retaining spring is a special feature compared to similar products. Sprocket wear indicator. The sprocket wear indicator is used to determine the condition rear sprockets. The chain is put on the sprocket and a tool placed with its round end between two teeth on the upper sprocket side. The last chain link is moved away from the sprocket and a force of 10 kg is applied to the tool in the direction of sprocket rotation. Now the last chain link is moved towards the sprocket. If it skips easily to the cog, the sprocket is in a good condition. Pocket spoke and freewheel remover wrench. Pocket spoke and freewheel remover wrench is the basic working tool for cyclists' extended tours. The wrench is fitted onto the freewheel nuts and then the pedal is turned. A force of 40 Nm is transmitted by the chain, thus enabling the loosening of the nuts and assuring assembly and disassembly of the freewheel and facilitating the exchanging the nipples. Wrench for front sprocket nuts. Wrench for front sprocket nuts is used for unscrewing and tightening of front sprocket nuts. The dimension of the hexagonal key opening is SW10. It enables unscrewing and tightening of nuts of this dimension, while at the same time it can be used to hang the key. Front sprocket truing fork. Front sprocket truing fork is used for repairing small damages on the front sprocket. The narrow opening is intended for truing a tooth, the broader for truing the sprocket holder. Screw-type chain tool. The screw-type chain tool is intended for both professionals and home users. The simple tightening of the spindle fits the chain pin perfectly. With its ergonomic design, it is easy to use and works with great precision. The chain rivet pliers perform the same job quickly and comfortably without damage to the rivets. The ergonomic shape enables single-hand use. Chain checker Profi. Chain checker Profi is used to alleviate poor shifting and uneven drive train wear, so the most manufacturers recommend chain replacement at or before 1% stretch. Now you can quickly and accurately determine the wear and stretch of any chain. Chain wear indicator. Chain wear indicator is a go-no-go gauge designed to accurately indicate when a chain is worn out. Measurement: from 0 to 0.6 mm, no chain wear. From 0.7 to 1.2 mm, the chain is worn out and it is necessary to replace it. Take into consideration recommendation of chain producer. Wheel centering stand for home use. Wheel centering stand for home use is intended especially for occasional users. The left bracket is fixed and welded to the lower profile, while the right bracket is flexible due to different lengths of wheel axis. It is possible to center wheels with dimension from 16 to 29 inch with or without tire. Spoke wrench. The spoke wrench is designed to tighten nipples with flat diameters of 3.3 and 3.45 mm. The ergonomic design makes work easy and efficient. The 3.3 mm wrench has a blue and the 3.45 mm wrench a grey color. Spoke wrench Shimano. Spoke wrench Shimano is used for centering of spokes with dimensions 4.3 and 4.4 mm on some Shimano wheels. plastic-coated body enables comfortable tightening and unscrewing of the nipples of Shimano spokes. The length of the key is 100 mm, which enables access to the nipples which are mounted on the wheel hub. Rotor truing fork. Rotor truing fork is designed to repair minor damages on brake rotors. It features two different sloth depths to choose from. Wrench for Saint brake disc nut. Wrench for Saint brake disc nut is intended to install and remove Shimano Saint brake disc. The wrench opening is fully adjusted to the brake disc nut and the body is bent, which enables high quality and fast work. The two-component sleeve on the handle fits exactly to the hand and enables the maximum power transfer to unscrew and tighten the disc. Imbus, three-legged. Imbus, three-legged, is used for tightening and unscrewing screws with imbus-shaped nuts. The plastic-coated middle part of the key offers a comfortable and compact grip of the key, which enables efficient working, while the high-quality material enables long-term use of the tool. Transmission bracket control. Transmission bracket control is used to check the parallelism between the transmission bracket and the wheel, and to align the bracket if the parallelism is not reached. Mount the control to the transmission bracket. Move the slider along with the measuring gauge towards the wheel rim and position it in such a way that the gauge only lightly touches the wheel rim. Then fix the measuring gauge by tightening the screw on the top of the slider. Perform the check by moving the bracket control to different positions on the wheel rim. True Checking Tool Professional. The True Checking Tool Professional is used to check the axle symmetry between the hub and the wheel rim. Firstly, the appropriate distance between the slides is set according to the wheel size. The gauge center is placed on the hub and the rollers are rested against the rim. The rest is secured with a screw